Imagine a small-town runner, Alex, whose only track was a cracked, weather-beaten path behind an old barn. No fancy gym, no crowds cheering, just dust clouds and the hum of cicadas. Every morning before dawn, Alex laced up worn-out sneakers, chasing a dream that seemed miles away from reality. But it wasn't just the lack of facilities. The real challenge was the doubt from everyone around. Coaches overlooked Alex, teammates dismissed the effort, and even family urged to choose a safer path. Yet Alex's heart raced not just for speed, but for proving something deeper, that grit can outpace privilege. The first obstacle? A persistent injury from running on uneven ground, threatening to end the journey before it truly began. Instead of surrendering, Alex turned to an unlikely ally, a local physical therapist who introduced unconventional rehab exercises using resistance bands and balance boards fashioned from scrap wood. Days blended into nights filled with painstaking recovery and strength building, teaching Alex to listen to the body's whispers instead of its shouts. Each session was a lesson in patience and perseverance, transforming pain into purpose. Next came strategy on the mental front. With no expert coaches, Alex flipped the script, studying videos of elite athletes, breaking down their forms, and mimicking their techniques using a cracked mirror taped to the barn wall. Visualization became a daily ritual, imagining every stride, every breath, every finish line. This mental rehearsal transformed fear into focused anticipation. Alex learned to harness the power of the mind, turning anxiety into adrenaline and doubt into determination. But the challenges didn't stop there. Without access to proper nutrition guidance or supplements, Alex educated themselves on fueling the body with limited resources. Simple, wholesome foods from the local markets, mindful hydration, and home-cooked meals rich in energy and recovery benefits. Sleep schedules were adjusted to maximize rest, and mindfulness practices were woven into daily routines to manage stress and maintain mental clarity. Training persisted through rain and shine, through moments of loneliness and fatigue. The cracked path behind the barn was no longer just a track. It was a proving ground, a sanctuary where every scar and scrape told a story of resilience. Alex's routine included hill sprints up dusty inclines, interval training alongside the quiet creek, and long runs tracing the edges of the town's winding roads. Each step forward was a testament to unwavering commitment. The local community, once skeptical, began to notice the transformation. A few neighbors offered words of encouragement, small gestures of support like sharing water or cheering from a distance. These moments, though modest, fueled Alex's resolve even more. The journey was no longer solitary. It became a quiet inspiration for those who believed in the power of persistence. Then the moment of truth, the regional championship. The track was a polished oval surrounded by roaring crowds, a stark contrast to dusty solitude. Alex's competitors were sleek, confident, and well-funded, adorned in the latest gear and backed by professional coaches. But Alex had something they didn't, an intimate knowledge of pain, resilience, and self-crafted strategy. When the race began, Alex stumbled slightly on the first turn, a heart-stopping moment. But the hundreds of unseen mornings, the hours of healing, and the relentless mental training kicked in. With each stride, Alex regained rhythm, overtaking one runner after another. The final lap was a blur of burning lungs and pounding heartbeats. Crossing the finish line first wasn't just a victory. It was a transformation. Alex had rewritten the narrative, proving that resourcefulness, self-belief, and relentless perseverance can topple the tallest odds. In the aftermath, Alex didn't rest on laurels. The victory was a milestone, not a destination. The journey continued, training smarter, embracing new challenges, and inspiring others to find strength within their own struggles. Alex began volunteering to mentor younger runners in the town, sharing lessons learned and nurturing dreams that once seemed unreachable. Alex's story spread beyond the small town, a beacon of hope that rippled through communities facing their own battles. It wasn't about the medals or the fame, it was about the spirit that refuses to be broken, the courage to chase a dream despite all odds. What can you take from Alex's journey? Start by embracing your unique challenges as hidden opportunities. When resources are scarce, innovate. Use what you have to build what you need. Listen deeply to your body and mind. Healing and growth often come from small, consistent actions, not giant leaps. Visualize your goals vividly, training your mind as much as your skills. And remember, setbacks aren't signals to stop, but invitations to adapt and push forward. Like Alex, your path might be unconventional, but it's yours to own, and your unexpected victory is waiting just beyond the horizon. Every crack in the pavement, every whispered doubt, every solitary morning is a step toward greatness. Keep moving forward with heart and tenacity, because the race is as much within as it is on the track. Your story is unfolding. Make it one worth telling.